Dr. Krista Jordan. I'm a clinical psychologist in Austin, Texas with a private practice. I wanted to talk today about something that some of my clients come to me being confused about, and I thought it might be helpful to put out a video just to the general public. And this is the difference between codependency and interdependency. So lots of us might have heard the term codependent, usually in kind of a pejorative way, right? Like, ooh, you're being so codependent. Sort of as a bad term, like you're being clingy or needy, or being a doormat, and all of those could be ways that you could perceive someone who's being codependent. But it's important to distinguish between codependency, which is unhealthy, and something that psychologists have come to call interdependency, which is actually healthy. You might notice that human beings always are living in groups. It's very unusual to find a human being living by themselves without any other humans for hundreds and hundreds of miles. We call those people hermits, and most of us think that those people are a little off. This is because humans evolved to be pack animals. We have always lived in groups for all of recorded history. So it's important for us to be in relation to other people, and we do best when we can sometimes depend on people. If I'm sick or tired or overwhelmed and there's somebody around who can help me, that's going to raise my overall level of functioning. And then when that person is sick or tired or overwhelmed, I can kind of also do for them, and that raises their level of functioning. And so by being interdependent as a species, we have been able to achieve more. So interdependency is good. So what's then the difference between interdependency, which psychologists think is good, and codependency, which psychologists and the general public recognize as unhealthy? You can think of it this way. In a codependent relationship, one person is codependent and one person is not. That's never both at the same time. The codependent person is doing things for the other person that this person has no intention of reciprocating. So let's say that I have a coworker and I am the codependent, they are not, and my coworker comes in late every day and she's sliding in right before the 8 o'clock meeting, and she's supposed to have notes in order and present on something that we as a team are doing. And I get to work at 7:30 every morning because I know she's always late, and I'm typing up the notes for her and getting everything organized and making all her photocopies so that she can slide in at the last minute and not get in trouble. However, if I'm ever running late or a little overwhelmed and I ask her for help, she's not interested in helping me out. That would be a codependent relationship. I would be codependent on this person where I am doing things for them that they have no interest in reciprocating for me. The term originally came from the work in the 1970s with alcoholics, and that's an easy way to remember what the term really means, because in that situation you have an alcoholic and the codependent. And the codependent is always doing things to try to prop up the alcoholic, making excuses for them, covering for them, taking care of them, and the alcoholic is not reciprocating. So it is a one-way relationship, and that's why we think it's unhealthy, because if you're going to do a lot of things for somebody, you should be able to expect that they're going to do some of those or some similar things in return. So that's it. Codependency, not something that we recommend. A one-way relationship in which one person is doing the bulk of the work and the other person has no interest in reciprocating that level of support or help. And interdependency, when both parties are willing to do for each other in a roughly equitable fashion on balance. So we strive for interdependency, and hopefully if you find that you have been codependent and gotten involved in a lot of relationships where you're giving a lot and not getting the same amount back, I would recommend looking into some of the codependent literature, some 12-step groups like Al-Anon or Codependence Anonymous, or even engaging in psychotherapy, because that can be very helpful in figuring out maladaptive patterns and learning how to change them. So I hope this video has been helpful, and if you have comments or questions, please feel free to fill out a contact form, and I'm also happy to take requests for topics. I would be happy to speak on anything that people think would be helpful. Take care.